What is going on, Colts Nation? Welcome back to another episode of Bring the Juice. Guys, man, I'll tell you what, the injuries are piling up on the Indianapolis Colts right now. I know that Cody did a video on the recap and talked about some of the other injuries that were happening. But what I want to do is I kind of want to talk just about how many of these injuries are actually happening, because I don't think a lot of people are able to track just how bad it is right now for the Indianapolis Colts. Like, it's bad. It's really bad. I don't know how it has gotten this bad, but guys, the amount of injuries that are being sustained right now by the Indianapolis Colts is actually insane. Okay? So, let me just say that for some of these, for most of these, I don't know how severe some of these are. Okay? So I'm going to preface that right at the beginning. A lot of these injuries, I have no idea how bad they are, because for half of these are brand new injuries. Brand new injuries. And the other couple are we haven't been told by Shane Steichen how severe they are, and then some of them we know how severe they are. So I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna try to break all of this down. I'm gonna try to give you guys a clear picture of what is going on with this Colts depth chart. Okay, so let me just start with this. Okay, so quarterback situation. Nobody's got anything severe right now. I know that Anthony Richardson had the pinky problem. The good news is it's not limiting him. Shane Steichen said he is a full go. So as far as the quarterback situation goes, nobody is injured. Okay. Running back wise, Khalil Herbert does have an injury. It is undisclosed, though. That comes from James Boyd. That was an undisclosed injury. I don't know what it is, but Khalil Herbert not participating in practices right now. I don't know what's going on there. We'll discuss that as we go. Receiver wise, I know Michael Pittman had the groin injury before. It doesn't seem like that's impacting him now because he's back practicing. So I don't think it's bothering him too much. So that's a good sign. The only thing is, though, Alec Pierce today went out with a groin injury today. I think supposedly he went off under his own power, left and got checked, and then came back out, started doing some agility work, but never returned to practice. And then I think might have went back to get checked again. Again, I don't know the severity of that Alec Pierce injury, but we know it's a groin injury. And we'll definitely keep you guys updated on that as we know it. As far as the remainder of the offense, not many other offensive injuries, but it is the defensive side of the ball that is getting absolutely decimated. So defensive line wise, only defensive lineman that you have a problem with right now is Kwity Paye. He also has a groin injury. Again, don't know the extent of how severe it is. Nobody has ever said anything. I think that's a brand new injury. Okay. So there's that. Linebacker room. We know that Zaire Franklin is still coming back. I don't think he's 100% right now. I know he's back practicing in some capacity. I don't believe he's 100% right now, but he's close. And that's a good sign. But Jalen Carlisle has now also gotten an ankle injury. Again, don't know the severity of that one. That's brand new. That's something that has happened in the potentially since Thursday. So you now have a linebacker as well that's a potential starting linebacker that's also dealing with an injury. And then when you get into the secondary injuries, absolutely insane. Cornerbacks 1 through 5 are dealing with some kind of injury. So Ward, while Charvarius Ward has been practicing, he did have that groin injury the previous week. I think he's still practicing. I don't think there's any problem, like long-term problem there, which is a good sign. Glad to see that. But then when you talk about cornerback 2, Kenny Moore had to leave practice today with a knee injury. Again, no indication of how severe it is. He did walk off on his own power, but they did say he was in a little bit of pain today. And then, of course, when you talk about Justin Wally, as we talked about earlier, Justin Wally now having a season-ending IR injury from his knee, so he's gone. And then on top of it, you still have Jalen Jones and Juju Brents in your cornerback room that both have hamstring injuries, and yet we still have no timeline as to when Juju Brents or Jalen Jones are returning. We have no timeline for them yet. We knew about this over a week ago, and we still have not been told when we think Jalen Jones and Juju Brents could come back. So, as I said, guys, Charvarius Ward, your cornerback 1, he's in an okay place right now. I don't think we have to worry too much about that. But now you question about your cornerback number 2 in your regards to Kenny Moore. You know your cornerback 3 is going to be out for the rest of the season with Justin Wally. Your cornerbacks 4 and 5, we still don't know if they're going to be ready for the season or not because nobody's saying anything. And so after that, we're screwed. And then, of course, when we're talking about, and then there's one more injury. Safety Nick Cross had a hip flexor. And so he has an injury as well. So, like, our entire secondary is just decimated. Outside of Charvarius Ward and Cameron Bynum, you have no one else. Obliterated our secondary is. Listen, all I'm saying is I pray that none of these other ones that I mentioned are super serious. I hope that Kenny Moore's knee injury was just him being banged up and that he's going to be okay. And then I hope that Jalen Jones and Juju Brents will be healthy come start of the season. I really hope. And then, of course, with Nick Cross, because if we have any more of those guys go out, we're in severe trouble. We're in severe trouble. Because, again, Ballard took a huge emphasis to draft guys, bring guys in free agency, and all this other stuff. And it is not mattering right now. Like, we are decimated beyond decimated. So when we were talking about how this unit has some of is one of the deepest we have ever seen from the Colts, it's all been decimated within the first couple weeks of training camp. I really hope this isn't a case of something going forward. I hope that the majority of these guys come back because we really need them right now. It's a very big concern. If any of these guys continue to go out for this season, we could be seeing a major problem for the Indianapolis Colts defense this year. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. Let me know your thoughts on all these injuries. Thank you so much. And as always, go Colts.